you want to find something that has an SPF of 30 or higher. Once it gets to 30, it's blocking most of the UVB rays. SPF only measures UVB rays. So SPF of 30 blocks like 96% of UVB rays. As you get higher, like 50 to SPF 50, then you're getting up to like 97.5% blockage. So really minimal changes. And so that's why even if something's SPF of 30, as long as you like it and you're willing to wear it, it's better than using an SPF of 50 that you don't like wearing as much and that you're not going to put on as much. So you want to look for an SPF of 30. You also want to look for something that says broad spectrum. Broad spectrum is a term that the FDA regulates. It's not just a term that the company decided that they wanted to use. I can get out of here. Thank you. So broad spectrum is a term that the FDA regulates, and they have to, the company has to show to the FDA, thank you, that, sorry, I'm just getting, the company has to show to the FDA that if the product blocks enough UVA rays. UVA rays don't cause burning like UVB rays, and they don't cause as much skin cancer. But UVA rays cause a lot of photoaging. So broad spectrum is a hugely important term to look for on your sunscreen label. And this Supergoop Unseen Sunscreen, like all of the Supergoop sunscreens, will say broad spectrum. This is SPF of 40, and it's broad spectrum. So that's the most important thing. If you're going to be doing activities like on the beach or jogging or something like that, you might want to look for water resistant. Water resistant is also a phrase that's regulated by the FDA. It's not made up by the company. It's not like, you know, there's a lot of terms like natural. Natural is not regulated by the FDA. A company can just decide, okay, we're going to call this product natural and we're going to put it on the label, but it doesn't really mean anything. Nobody's looking at that company to figure out, you know, is this natural? What does natural mean? Is it okay for them to call themselves natural? So there are certain labels that actually mean something where the FDA is going to make sure that the company is using the label correctly. And water resistant is one of them. So if water resistant, you can have either water resistant for 40 minutes or water resistant for 80 minutes. And those are things to look for if you're going to be doing activities with your sunscreens. Supergoop Unseen Sunscreen is my #1 favorite sunscreen, and I think many, many people who have used it feel the same way. It's a pleasure to use. It's super, super light. I recommend it to almost everybody. It's totally clear, doesn't leave any white cast behind. It feels silky and matte. It doesn't feel tacky. And it's perfect for every skin type. Dark skin tones is perfect for. You don't see it at all. You don't see any white cast. You know, a lot of tinted sunscreens, even if they have a darker tint, still are not great for darker skin tones because you can see the sunscreen once it's applied. So Unseen Sunscreen is absolutely fantastic, and I recommend it to everybody almost. Don't forget your